I recently bought an electric skateboard. I've been skating slash longboarding for about 5 years now. I started in college, and when I was in college, I realized just how convenient it was to take your mode of transportation, just pop it up off the street and take it with you wherever you go. Wherever I went, it went. The only problem was range. You could get about a mile or two out of it, but after that, it was pretty grueling. So when I finally saved up enough fun money to just kind of spend on one of these, I finally got an electric one. And it is amazing. You take the range of a bike, the portability of a skateboard, and the fact that it's less exhaustive than the two, and you mush that all together into one mode of transportation. It is such a good way of getting around a city. There's only one main issue: rain. While I am working on trying to make my board a bit more splash resistant and better at gripping the pavement when it's wet, there's still gonna be times where I am not gonna be able to ride the board and I'm gonna have to carry it. I used to just strap my board to my backpack, easy peasy, but this one being much heavier and much larger, it became a bit more difficult to do that. So I started out looking into electric longboard bags, and I couldn't really find much that suited what I wanted. Most of them would carry the board, but basically nothing else. It wasn't really like a backpack. So since I wanted basically a backpack, I thought I'd start with my backpack and use it as the way of carrying. How do I make my backpack carry my skateboard? And so when I was messing around with the backpack and the board, seeing how I could make this work, I realized that the front trucks actually fit really well over the top of the backpack, and the straps could just go around it and hold itself up just like that without anything added to it. It was a really good solution. The only thing is that the grip tape would just sand your back down, and you're still having the problem of possibly getting water splashed onto your board. So I came up with a prototype. It's a very nice word to describe a towel and a couple of Velcro straps, but prototype nonetheless. I was able to wrap my board and keep the grip tape from scratching my back, while also keeping the backpack attached to the board and being able to carry it around whenever it would rain or I didn't feel like riding it. So now that I have that type of design validated, I thought I'd start sketching around what I wanted the final one to look like. So in sketching this out, I realized that the bottom definitely has to be a bit bigger in order to accommodate the wheels, because this bag's not going to stretch. So it has to be a bit bigger up until here, wherever it slides in. And then the top can kind of taper down to be a bit smaller to reduce as much material, so then it's not as hard to wrap up. The bottom will most likely be some sort of waterproof material, some type of canvas that's coated in something that makes it waterproof. And then maybe the top, just regular nylon or something like that. I think I'm gonna keep the same type of Velcro straps I had on my prototype in order to hold it to my backpack, but I think having this drawstring type way of attaching it to the actual skateboard makes more sense because it's just easier to like slip it on and tighten it down. So I think this is what I'm gonna go with. Heading to the workshop, my mom's house, I picked up some fabric. One being a water-resistant marine vinyl, the other being a higher strength nylon fabric. When I arrived, we talked over how I planned on making this. She reupholsters furniture, and I tend to defer to those with more skill. And in the spirit of measuring twice and cutting once, we used some extra fabric to make a test bag first. It especially helped us on how we were going to have to measure out the fabric. Turns out we needed to add the length plus the side length in order to get the right cut for the bag size, because that's how it would fold out. It would take the side length out of the regular length. After finishing the first bag and it working really well, I moved on to the second bag, just rinse and repeat. And with that, I had a bag that fit my board. Only thing left to do was add the Velcro, and then I was good to go. And so here's my e-skate bag. For when you want to skate, but you just can't, damn it.